Is Jamie Dimon a good CEO? Today on GrowthShares, we're going to grade Jamie Dimon's performance as CEO of JPMorgan Chase. The CEO makes all the big decisions for a company, and that plays a big role in whether you should invest in that company for the long run. We're going to examine three big factors: earnings growth, stock growth versus the S&P 500, and stock growth versus the nearest competitor while CEO. Each of these factors will be given a number and a grade from 0 to 99, an F to an A. And then we'll combine these three factors to get the overall picture of Jamie Dimon as a CEO. I encourage you to pause this video at any time. Jamie Dimon became CEO of JPMorgan Chase on December 31st, 2005, a year after JPMorgan's merger with Bank One, where he was CEO. We're first going to look at earnings growth during Jamie Dimon's tenure. One realistic measure of a CEO's success is how well the company grew its earnings during his time as CEO. When Dimon took over as CEO of JPMorgan, it had earnings of $1.26 per share. Today's earnings are at $13.55 per share. That's a 14.1% compounded annual growth rate. Earnings growth of 3% is average, and anything at 8% or higher is good. The higher, the better. Looking at our grading criteria, Jamie Dimon gets an A at 94. Next, we're going to look at stock growth versus the S&P 500 during Dimon's tenure. Stock growth is more investor expectations than the fundamentals of the company, but it's still important if you're investing. You still want to return better than a benchmark like the S&P 500. Since Jamie Dimon took over as CEO, JPMorgan Chase has had a compounded annual growth of 7.42%. Compare that with the S&P 500 during the same period of 7.25% annual gain. That's a 0.17 percentage point difference in favor of Dimon. The difference of 0 percentage points is average, and a difference of plus 5 percentage points or better is good. Looking at our grading criteria, Jamie Dimon gets a C at 50. Third, we're going to look at stock growth versus the nearest competitor during Dimon's tenure. The nearest competitor is a company closest in market cap within the same industry. JPMorgan Chase's nearest competitor today is Bank of America. JPMorgan Chase has had a stock growth of 7.42% compounded annually, while Bank of America lost 2.71%, a difference of 10.13 percentage points in favor of Dimon. The difference of 0 percentage points is average, and a difference of plus 5 percentage points or better is good. Looking at our grading criteria, Jamie Dimon gets an A at 90. Before we get to our overall grade, consider becoming a GrowthShares Patreon member. You'll get access to every grade from every company I've analyzed. It's updated all the time. Go to patreon.com/GrowthShares or click on the link in the description. I place 40% on earnings growth as opposed to stock growth because earnings are a more meaningful measurement. 30% on stock growth versus its nearest competition because that's who a CEO is competing against ultimately. And also 30% on stock growth versus the S&P 500 because if there's a better alternative such as an index ETF, you should go with that. Overall, I give Jamie Dimon's tenure as CEO of JPMorgan Chase a B with an overall grade of 80. Dimon's tenure has been good, having to navigate the 2008 financial crisis along with a low interest rate environment for over a decade. But he's still done well compared to JPMorgan's nearest competitor, Bank of America. But of course, there's a lot more than investing based on the CEO. There's plenty stock analysis videos in my channel. Which CEO should I evaluate next? Comment below. Invest wisely, and as always, take care of your money.